Rohini is ruled by moon. The nakshatra is such that it is always the mind that drives the person. Rohini is also the favorite of moon. And because Rohini is favorite of moon, it is also the favorite of Rahu. Because Rahu is the north node of the moon. So whatever the mind likes, whatever moon likes, Rahu likes. You understand? This is the whole essence. And what does the mind like? What does Rahu like? All that glitters is what Rahu likes. All that shines is what the mind likes. That is the moon likes. You see? That is why the nakshatra Rohini, which is also placed in the sign of Taurus, which is again a Venusian sign, a sign of Venus. So all of this creates immense interest in glamour, in all work of arts. Rohini therefore is completely Venusian nakshatra. Although it is ruled by moon, it is more driven towards all that glitters, all that shines, all that is glamorous. And the negative side of Rohini is this, that the moon, the mind, is always in the play. The person is driven more by his or her mind. It reminds me of a beautiful story. There was a great emperor, and once he went to meet Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma was a great spiritual master, probably the only spiritual master after Gautam Buddha. And there was a sharp contrast between both. Gautam Buddha was very soft and Bodhidharma was very, very harsh. Both have had the heart of gold, but the nature was very different. And so the emperor went to Bodhidharma. And Bodhidharma said, "You come tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. And when you come, come alone. Don't come with any weapons. Just alone. Tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. And then he went away. The emperor went back, but at night he couldn't sleep. Because the way Bodhidharma said, it was such an authoritative way of saying, and he was saying to an emperor, but a real saint is a lion, he is not a cat. He doesn't bother who is it, whether he is an emperor or a CEO or whosoever. So Bodhidharma says, come tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. And the emperor couldn't sleep that night. He was thinking whether I should go or I should not. But the way Bodhidharma said it, the emperor couldn't stop himself. He goes to the master at morning 4 a.m. alone with no weapons, no bodyguards. And Bodhidharma says, sit down, close your eyes. And now, if you find the mind, then you let me know. I have this big staff in my hand. You just let me know if you find the mind. And don't move, just close your eyes and meditate. And the emperor closes his eyes and he starts meditating. And it's early morning time, 4 a.m. Slowly it becomes 5 a.m., then 6 a.m. And the emperor is deeply engrossed. And he is so much deeply engrossed that finally Bodhidharma says, open your eyes. And the emperor opens his eyes and says, I haven't found any mind. There is no mind. And Bodhidharma says, next time, whenever this mind disturbs you, whenever you feel that the mind is disturbing you, look within. Sit down, close your eyes, and start meditating. And the emperor is so much touched, so much moved, that he touches the feet of Bodhidharma. It is said that before he died, he told his ministers that there was a man who showed him the real gold, the real way of overcoming this monkey mind. And that is the whole essence, that when Rohini is ruling you, when you are born with moon in Rohini, when you are born with Rahu in Rohini, then you should focus on controlling your mind, on overcoming your mind. And the best way to do it is the way the emperor did it. And then you will also realize that there is no mind. There is no such thing as mind. It is just a traffic of thoughts. If you focus on the self, then slowly, those thoughts will also fade away. There is a beautiful Zen saying, let the thoughts come and go. Don't entertain them. Don't serve them tea. So when you close your eyes, don't entertain the thoughts. Just focus on yourself. If you are chanting, then focus on the chanting. In this video, I will be sharing on what happens when Rahu falls in Rohini Nakshatra. As you all know, Rohini is ruled by moon. So the person goes after looks. And many times such a person is deceived by looks and appearances. In other words, we call such a person a shallow person, because he goes after looks. If he sees a beautiful woman, he will just fall for her. Or if a woman comes across a handsome man, she will just fall for his looks. Appearance. The mind, the moon, is quickly impressed by the outer appearance. And when Rahu falls in Rohini, there is more focus on the appearance, on the looks. And if you are not fortunate enough, then you may also get cheated by the looks, by the appearances. So there are many more insights that I have shared in this podcast. I am also happy to share that this is the last video of the series Rahu in 27 Nakshatras. I started it almost 1 year ago, and I am sure that those who are following me closely must have enjoyed this whole journey of 1 year. It takes a lot of time, and whatever I do it from my heart, so I take a lot of time. But I am happy that finally this series of Rahu in Nakshatras is getting over, and the last video is Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra. So let's begin. Rohini is the star of stardom, and Rahu in Rohini simply aspires you to attain glamour, attraction, attention towards yourself. The saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, doesn't really go well with these natives, simply because they love or like only that man or woman who has a certain beauty to their personality. In simple words, looks is what matters to them. Because of this mindset, they often become victims in love affairs or relationships because they fall in love with the looks of the person and later realize that beneath those handsome or beautiful looks is a devil who is bound to make them cry more than otherwise. In a way, this placement does brings a shallowness in the being. Reminds me of the Hollywood movie Shallow Hal. The story is about a young man named Hal Larson. Hal is a superficial man with a heart of gold whose fixation on the physical beauty of woman gets in the way of seeing their inner beauty. He continues to chase women who have those beautiful looks and shine on the outside. However, one day Hal becomes trapped in an elevator with life coach Tony Robbins. While waiting for the elevator to be fixed, Robbins sympathizes with Hal's disappointment but tries to figure out his ideas about women. He hypnotizes Hal into only seeing a person's inner beauty. From that moment onwards, Hal's perspective changes and he falls in love with a fat woman because he could see her inner beauty. And she indeed is like an angel woman, very good natured and extremely compassionate by heart. It is a beautiful movie with many twists and turns, and I would definitely recommend all those who have this placement to watch this movie once. Shallow Hal. The whole message of this movie is, do not get carried away by outer appearances or good looks. Instead, look for the inner beauty of the person with whom you want to get married or with whom you want to have a relationship. It is necessary to remember that outer beauty attracts, however, it is the inner beauty that captivates. A wise man once had said, beauty is how you feel inside. Beauty reflects in your eyes. Your inner beauty never needs any makeup. No matter how plain a woman may be, if truth and honesty are written across her face, she will be beautiful. Rohini is ruled by Lord Vishnu. In fact, all the three nakshatras of moon are ruled by Lord Vishnu. Rohini is considered as the favorite wife of moon. As it is depicted, all the 27 nakshatras are wives of moon. And of these 27 nakshatras, Rohini is the most favorite of moon. He loves her, and so moon is exalted in Rohini nakshatra. And wheresoever moon is exalted, Rahu is also exalted, because Rahu is the north node of moon. So you see, that is why Rahu in Rohini often gives positive results. And if the moon is placed in a positive house and positive sign, then such a Rahu can actually make you a celebrity, a wealthy person. Always remember, power is not what Rohini likes. Rohini belongs to moon. She is soft, she is sexy, she is lovable. And where there is love, power is not required. Absolutely not required. You need power only to do something harmful. Otherwise, love is enough. Compassion is enough. Rohini dwells in the sign of Taurus, a beautiful sign. I love Taurus. They are a song, a dance, a music. Rohini brings abundance of physical pleasures and comforts to the native who is born on Rohini nakshatra. Generally, these men and women are found to be beautiful, and there is a certain aura of joyousness around them. Taurus is a sign that is total material by nature, and because it is an earthy sign, it has a very strong sense of smell, touch, and feelings. On the darker side, Taurus is very passionate by nature and also high on sexuality. These are the creatures who simply like to eat, pray, and love. They take great interest in the art of love making. Rohini is too emotional by nature, and a person who is too emotional has absolute no power but is rather weak and submissive by nature. Rohini is ruled by moon. Shravan is ruled by moon. Hasta is ruled by moon. But moon loves Rohini a lot than his other two wives, that is Shravan and Hasta nakshatra. Why? It's obvious. Who would not like to have a romantic, sexy wife? Rohini is just like that. Shravan brings a lot of practicality. Here, the wife, that is the nakshatra, is soft and sweet and also has a certain glamour of power and authority. But because it is placed in the sign of Capricorn, here the wife, that is Shravan, is practical by nature. Moon will say, let's go and have a party. And Shravan, the practical sweet wife, says, who is going to pay the bill? So you see, Moon is turned off. Then he thinks how beautiful it would have been if Rohini would have been here. Hasta again is a wife who does a lot of analysis. Moon says, I have liked this color shade for our office walls. Let's go for it. And Hasta says, wait, I am going to watch a few YouTube videos on which color is best for our Rashi. And then I am going to read a few more books too. And then when I am 100% sure about a certain shade, only then will I give you a go ahead. Poor Moon again remembers his favorite wife, Rohini, and says to himself, how sweet it would have been had Rohini been in place of Hasta. So you see, Moon loves Rohini because Rohini is all about heart and pleasures of life. Sex is one big part of the pleasures that Moon, that is the mind, seeks. And Rohini has all the qualities and strength to provide abundance of sexual pleasures to her or his partner. Understand the fact that Rohini and Swati both are seekers of love and sex. Rohini falls in the Venusian sign Taurus and Swati falls in the Venusian sign Libra. But in case of Taurus, the weightage towards real-time sex is a little more than Libra. Libra wants some spice in form of intellectualism. Example, sex talk. But for Taurus, all that is not required. It is a bull. If it goes hard, if it truly loves you, it simply wants to do it. Just do it is the perfect slogan for Taurus Rohini and Taurus Kritika. Physical pleasures are in abundance. Physical attractiveness is in abundance. Physical strength is in abundance. All of these qualities makes Rohini in Taurus sign not exactly powerful, but a beautiful, lovable sign. Remember, Rohini Nakshatra is the nakshatra of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was born with moon in Rohini Nakshatra. And history is witness to the fact that romance, love, and Krishna is very closely related. The whole world remembers the beautiful bonding of Radha and Krishna. Krishna marries Rukmini, but the world remembers Krishna and Radha. Radhe Krishna. Rohini is a star that does not have direct authority and power like that of Anuradha or Pushya. But Rohini has great manipulative skills through which it exercises its power indirectly. Lord Krishna during the Mahabharata actually had to manipulate certain men, of course, in the larger interest of dharma and safeguarding righteousness. Rohini and the strength it derives is totally based on where exactly the moon is placed in your chart. If the moon is placed in the 5th house, in the 7th house, in the 9th house, in the 11th house, with beneficial aspects to it, then such a woman is a beauty, a song, a dance. Life truly has to be like a Rohini, a dance, a song, a beautiful painting. Remember, we have to make laughter, rejoicing, dancing, singing part of a healthy being, just overflowing well-being. Rahu in Rohini brings forth a person who is a lover of arts, of books, and one who loves to help those who are in need of medical care. The American teacher and author who was the First Lady of the United States from 2001 to 2009, Laura Bush, has this placement. Her Rahu is placed in the sign of Taurus in Rohini Nakshatra. Singing, writing, dancing, and all forms of literature comes naturally to men and women born with Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra. Reminds me of the legendary famous author of Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling. In the initial days, almost all publishers rejected her Harry Potter book until one day a small-time publisher decided to publish her book. And from then onwards, there was no looking back. She attained great heights of fame and wealth. She was a divorcee. She had to go through a difficult relationship, but she never gave up. The rock bottom of her life became the foundation on which she built her tower of success, grand success. One of her significant quote is, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Many well-known Bollywood actors are also born with Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra. Some of them that I recollect are Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan. Both have Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra, and so, as mentioned earlier, you can see the kind of stardom this placement can bring in your life, provided you have a suitable placement of other planets in the chart. Rahu in Rohini is more beneficial for natives born on Cancer ascendant, Pisces ascendant, and Sagittarius ascendant. The deity of Rohini Nakshatra is Lord Brahma, though precisely Rohini is mostly liked by Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna, the avatar of Vishnu, chose Rohini as his birth star. It is one of the most brightest stars of the galaxy. No doubt it is glamorous and does bring an aura of glamour around those who are born with a moon or a Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra. The sacred tree to Rohini Nakshatra is the Jamun tree, which is also known as Malabar plum or Java plum or black plum tree. If you are born with Rahu in Rohini, then you should plant a Jamun tree, that is a black plum tree, in your garden or in a big clay pot. By nurturing and growing the black plum tree, you will receive the blessings of Rohini Nakshatra. A beautiful idol of Lord Moon, Chandradev, with goddess Rohini seated on his lap. Rohini is the provider of wealth, and so one who worships Rohini is blessed with abundance of wealth, fame, and love. Rohini is all about love. Love is the strongest medicine. It is more powerful than electricity, says the spiritual master Neem Karoli Baba. This world needs Rohini to add more love, more warmth, and more beauty. We all are born to make a difference. No matter how small is the difference, as long as it is serving the purpose, as long as it is serving the humanity, as long as the purpose is to make this planet more beautiful, more alive, it is enough. I prostrate before the glamorous nakshatra of Rohini and pray that her blessings shower on me and all my followers and listeners. Lord Krishna was born on Rohini Nakshatra. The most easiest way to appease Rohini Nakshatra is by reciting the Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The holy name of Krishna is so attractive that anyone who chants it, including all living entities, moving and non-moving, and even Lord Krishna himself, becomes imbued with love of Krishna. This is the effect of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, says Srila Prabhupada of ISKCON. Chant the holy Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, every day with love and devotion, and you will start feeling the difference within. For the first glimpse of happiness, the first glimpse of God should be experienced within. Real growth is always inside out. Always. Remember to chant every day. Remember to meditate every day. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.